I think the idea of niche marketing is one of the most exciting things we have in the personalization industry. I've met people who do nothing. As a matter of fact, one of my shows last year, in one of my seminars, there were 4 men that looked very much like undertakers. And it turns out they were. And they were jobbing out the embroidery on their casket lids and decided they wanted to buy their own embroidery equipment, which people often do. So, I mean, that's a really specific, and I mean, the baby market is large, but it's still considered a niche, and you have people that do home parties. And I've done a study over the years looking for fodder for columns on the different niches they are, and it's amazing. But then you meet somebody, like one time I had a lady that was going into the embroidery business, and she raised parrots. And she wanted to offer shirts to other parrot clubs. And so I think that's a wonderful idea. And the best part about getting into a niche like that you understand, is that you speak the language. I don't know a thing about parrots. So I wouldn't know how to ask what color the whatever was on a parrot of a particular kind. But then I told her the same thing that Vince was just talking about with the zoom out thing. And she said one day somebody came up to her at one of the parrot meetings and said, you know, my husband just started his own company. Do you do shirts for companies too? Like, for heaven's sake, she can only embroider parrots. And she said, sure, I can do that for you. And the only thing I've ever told anybody that I couldn't do, even though I've concentrated in my life, is I tell them that my machine will not sew off-color words. And you'd be amazed at the number of people that look at me and say, really? How do they program that, you know? But you get into a niche and it can be very powerful, but you always have to remember to let the people know that you can embroider other things, that machine will do more than stitch a parrot. So that's an important thing to do, is just always keep your eyes wide open even when you're concentrating.